Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing another megadraft review. Basically, just reviewing what I did, what he did, why I think what he did, and showing you why I did what I did. So, yeah, currently 4 wins off Ultimate Champion. If I get to like 2 wins off, I'll probably start recording, see if I can get there. Hopefully, I can, because right now I think it's only top 700. Yep, 721. Anyway, so we're going to get to this match against Rage Boy from No Clan. And yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so let's just speed this process up. So again, Monk is just a really good card, so I like picking him. He's generally pretty good because I usually shoot to go for RG. RG is a really good win condition in this game mode, and you just put the Monk in front of the RG, he deflects the cannons, the rascals, musketeer, archers, etc. So, he's pretty good. 5 elixir. Uh, not like, not good to go in with for single, but double or triple, that's usually where he shines. Doesn't mean he's not good in single, but I usually just can't build an RG push in single. So that's why I picked him. Picking Log could have been a good option, but I wanted Monk just in case he picked it. Alright, so he picks Log and Goblin Barrel. Log is the best small spell in the game, so that makes sense. And Barrel, he's probably trying to build a bait deck, or maybe he just wanted to pick the spells and make it awkward for me to defend the Goblin Barrel, because maybe he was going to go for Barrel, but I don't know. I wasn't going to let that happen, though, because I end up picking Barrel, and then I pick Mini P.E.K.K.A. So, pick Barrel, obviously, just to take care of the Goblin Barrel. There's no other spell right now that's really good at it. NATO and Rage Zap are okay, but they don't fully counter it. And also, Barrel is just a good card to have in RG. You can put him down in the middle of the river, block some buildings or something, take care of some swarms. So, he's pretty good overall, but the main reason I picked him is for the Goblin Barrel, just so I didn't lose. And then picked Mini P.E.K.K.A. because it's a good tank killer, takes care of a lot of troops like the Hog or the Royal Giant, and I also picked it so that he couldn't get it for Royal Giant, and Mini P.E.K.K.A. is pretty good in Royal Giant too, so that's another good factor. Okay, he picks Knight and Fire Spirit. Fire Spirit, just a good 1 elixir cycle card, forces your opponent to do something, or you get a fireball worth of damage for 1 elixir. And I assume he picks Knight for the main tank of his deck, and Knight's pretty solid, but as you'll see, that's not going to matter too much. Oh yeah, sorry. So I picked Zap and I picked Ghost. Now the reason I picked Zap wasn't because of anything he had in his deck currently. I was predicting that he was going to go for a bait deck and go for skeleton barrels and wall breakers, so I preemptively picked Zap just in case he took it and then I wouldn't have anything for the skeleton barrel. There is Rage too, so I didn't think about that in the moment, but that's why I picked Zap. And Royal Ghost just synergizes well with RG, and in case he picks wall breakers, he's also decent against them. So he picks NATO and Golden Knight. Pretty self-explanatory. They're a pretty good combo together. Pull everything towards the tower. Golden Knight gets a good dash, possibly gets a few more hits on the tower. Tornado is just a good spell overall. It's going to be helpful for pulling back my RG, and the Golden Knight, not really going to get a lot of value with the cards I have, but he's going to try and make something work with the combo. Alright, so I pick Zappies. Now, the reason I pick Zappies is just so I have some sort of air defense. Plus, they're good at stunning. There's no balloon option, so I didn't need to worry about air, but I just like having it. And 4 elixir. There's no fireball, so it's gonna be pretty tedious to kill them. And I picked the cannon cart just because pairs well with RG, and it's a good tank. It's also a ranged unit, so if I need to snipe a building or anything, it could potentially be helpful. And it can also break down to a building of its own to distract other units. So not bad for the cost of 5 elixir. Alright, he picks Poison and Rascals. So Poison, I assume he just wants to get damage on my tower in case he ever needs it. Nothing in my deck would really die to Poison except for the Zappies. That's the only really thing it's good against. And he picks Rascals, and I think this is where he lost. Because he doesn't have a building for my RG. he doesn't have a mini P.E.K.K.A. or E-Barbs or something that's just really good at taking care of a big tank. The best option is his Rascals, but I have Monk, and obviously the Monk can deflect the Rascal Girl's bubblegum. So he basically just dug himself his own grave and hopped right in, sealed himself up. And yeah, I don't know why he picked that. I assume it's so because for more bait, there's nothing really good to kill them right now, so that's the only thing I can really see. But yeah, that kind of he kind of got he kind of got himself that one, and I pick RG. So match starts off. He goes barrel. I just barrel. Pretty simple. He's gonna log this barbarian. I go ghost back. Not a whole lot to see here. I'm gonna let the golden knight dash. I don't feel like spending extra elixir just to prevent the dash. He knows my ghost's a good play. I get to hit my tower. Okay, so the reason I do this now, it may look like it may look pretty aggressive, and it is. Now earlier I said you're not going to be able to get an opportunity in single to go monk and RG, but I got my opportunity. Now the reason I did this is because he played his golden knight, and I know in his hand right now that he only has Rascals, his Fire Spirit, and his Knight before he played it. I knew he'd be back to his barrel soon. So there is like pretty much nothing he has that's going to be good for my RG. He has to play Rascals. And as you'll see, he's going to try and put him to the side, but for some reason the Monk the Monk doesn't have to be hit directly. It can hit the RG, but if it's close enough to the Monk, it'll still deflect. So I'll just slow this down for a second. So I pop the ability knowing he can't do anything. And then as you can see, Rascals die, and that's going to be like over half his tower gone. I have a feeling he's probably going to try and go barrel. I think I can incart soon, just to get back to my barrel. Perfect timing. That's in the back. Pretty bad poison too. It's going to give him a little bit of damage, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. So I'm going to speed things up here. Nothing really happens. He's just going to go Fire Spirit, let it connect, because I have a lot of damage. I feel like I can make more. Monk the back again. Zap that. And then we're going to go for another RG. Again, I know he doesn't have anything. He is going to play Smart NATO. And the Rascal Girls aren't going to die to the Monk. But I believe my RG still gets 2 shots in the tower. Yep, 2 shots. Cannon card's going to clean up a little bit. I'm going to Ghost after. Yep. Do go for another RG. NATOs. And yeah, I take his tower, so there's not really too much to talk about in this match because this is basically it. I'm just going to Ghost behind the Rascal Girls, make sure nothing cheesy happens. Yeah. Good game. So as you can see, there was no chance for him just because of the things I picked. He should have picked a building, and he could have picked mini P.E.K.K.A., but obviously he didn't know I was going to be building an RG deck. So yeah, that's what you need to do in megadraft. You need to pick the things that your opponent's going to struggle against. He struggled with RG, and he struggled with my Zappies. I also picked Bar Barrel, just so I wouldn't struggle with the Goblin Barrel, and Monk. He struggled with my Monk because he knew that would be detrimental to his Rascal Girls. So yeah, if you guys enjoy this type of video, I'll keep doing them, but if not, then I don't know, because there's nothing to do in the season right now. It's just Mega Draft. But yeah, later.